What's up, my people? Come on up in here. We got something to talk about tonight. What's happening? What's going on with your Pacific Coast? Roll on up in here, my people.
When the marshals arrived to pick us up, she said, when you get in that car, you sit to the back of that seat and don't put your face to the window.
When we pulled up, there was this crowd.
Mobs of people making all these noises and having all kind of things in their hands. And I just felt like if they could get to me, they'd want to kill me. And I didn't know why.
Leona Tate, Ruby Bridges, Tessie Prevost, and Gail Etienne, the New Orleans Four set off the alarm and raised the roof high when they marched up those stairs to integrate white-only public schools in New Orleans.
They took giant steps to lead a mission that many grown adults would shudder at doing.
It was a time when we were like on pins and needles, how dangerous it was, and they were willing to make the sacrifice for all of us. And this is what has happened throughout our lives. People have made sacrifices for us to advance.
This beloved city of New Orleans is the cradle of the civil rights movement, and it has always been the stronghold for the resistance in our fight for freedom.
The revolt of 1811, the largest slave revolt that took place in the United States.
Plessy versus Ferguson became a focal point in the fight against segregation laws.
What took place at F.W. Woolworth and McCrory's Five and Dime was the very first organized lunch counter sit-in demonstration in New Orleans.
If you could take away 10% of their business, that was basically their profit.
Whatever they're going to do, let them do it. But we're going to walk out of here as dignified men and women of the Black Panther Party.
The Freedom Riders traveled to New Orleans by plane after a group of segregationists violently attacked their buses.
The Freedom Ride was supposed to take place from Washington, D.C. and end up in New Orleans. Well, it didn't happen that way.
I'm humbled to be standing here to commemorate desegregation and the New Orleans resistance movement.
In darkness, I'll be the light, you'll be the light, I'll be You're going places never seen before, you're shining everywhere.
The battle never stops. People who are in control want to stay in control wherever they are.
I want things to be better for my kids and for the next generation to come. I don't want them to have to go through what we went through.
I want people to say their name. I want them to know them.
They were the light and will always remind us to walk in the light. They showed the world and young people that they have the power, they have a say, and they have the wherewithal to stand their ground for freedom, equality, and justice.
Shine bright, shine bright.
There it is. Today is actually Integration Day in New Orleans. As you can see, it's called the New Orleans Four, the Legacy Tribute. This whole weekend. And if you look behind the beautiful young four women, you will see A.P. Thoreau and who? Thurgood Marshall. You know what's so magnificent about those two lawyers? HBCU graduates, both of Howard Law School. And what people don't understand about the New Orleans Four, their legacy, these four beautiful young women, 3 of the 4 are still alive today. So if 3 of the 4 that are still alive today, that means all those people that you seen in that video out there cussing at them, to singing 246, we don't want to integrate, they're still alive today. New Orleans has experienced reverse racism now. What I mean by that is it's the reverse of white flight. They're coming back into the city, trying to take over. New Orleans is a battleground right now. But we have to give it up to Miss Gail, Miss Ruby, and Dr. Leona, and Miss Tessie. Think about it. This was only 65 years ago. Not ancient history. It's this whole weekend throughout New Orleans, starting today. They had the luncheon today, which I did attend, and then you have the gala tonight, which I'm not going. Tomorrow, I'll be there for a little bit. The problem that we all live with. This is like real stuff that you need to pay attention, because the not just New Orleans is going backwards, the actual country is going backwards. And Sunday is the church service, but it's a lot going on this weekend. But you got to remember these four young, they were girls at the time, 6 years of age. Miss Ruby went to one school, the Fritz Elementary School, and Miss Gail, Dr. Leona, and Miss Tessie, they went to Williams Fritz. I mean, not William Fritz. They went to McDonough 35. I'm sorry. Miss Ruby went to William Fritz by herself. The other three girls went to McDonough. That is your real history, man. And like I said, you look at it, you see Thurgood Marshall and A.P. Thoreau. If you have a chance, that's why I left this up here. Check it out. The New Orleans Legacy Project. It's called the New Orleans 4. All right, then. Now, how y'all been doing? What's good with y'all? What's good with my people? How y'all feeling? What's happening? Hey, this your... Oh, wait, my bad. Turn. This your Uncle On, and we live and direct. And I got something to get off my chest. And I had to pay that tribute out to the New Orleans 4, but I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm upset. I'm angry. First of all, I want to give a big double fuck you to the SWAC TV. You are sitting there blocking your own blessing. So SWAC TV, fuck you. Now I got that off my chest. Don't do that to these people that's trying to live stream. You need us like we need you. To put a lot of copyrights and strike bans on people, instead of contacting folks and say, hey, if you want to live stream the game, how about you and me work out a deal? What you did to a lot of folks for the last 2 weeks is horrible. But hey, I understand your channel, your copyright, but there's a lot of other things that you could have done besides putting copyright strikes against people. That's just crazy to me. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you were begging content creators to share and like and subscribe and do all this stuff and helping the SWAC move forward. Now you got your little funky TV station, and now you act like you the only person. Got it. Don't worry about it, player. You're going to need me before I need you. Next up on the docket, Cam Newton. Shut the fuck up. Cam Newton. You had 3 opportunities to attend the HBCU. Coming out of high school, out of Atlanta, you skipped all over the SWAC, the MEAC, the SIAC, and everywhere else. You took your ass down to Florida, correct? No problem with that. Whatever happened down in Florida, with you stealing a laptop or supposedly being a theft or a robbery, whatever, they kicked you out of school. Don't know the details, really don't care. Instead of you going to an HBCU, where did you go? You went to Brenham, Texas. After you finished Brenham, Texas, you could have went to an HBCU. That's the 3rd time. You didn't go to an HBCU. And y'all got to follow me where I'm going. After that 3rd time, you went to Auburn. You went up there, won the Heisman, Player of the Year, all them awards, this, that, and the 3rd. Not one damn time. And those 3 times you could have went to an HBCU, did you think about it while you was playing in the NFL? Never heard Cam Newton say anything about an HBCU. When Cam Newton retired, never said anything about an HBCU. When you start blowing your money, didn't have this and that. Now, oh, I love to work with HBCUs. Got no problem with that. You got your little wake-up call. Jay-Z made a song for you. What did he say? Light skin, dark skin, you still the N-word. Now, you hooked up with the other Sambo, Stephen A. Smith. Y'all think, we going on HBC tour. Yeah. Alabama State, Alabama A&M. I don't know how y'all would welcome Stephen A. Smith after he talked about Jasmine Crockett like that, but that's none of my business. Back to Scam Newton. Cam Newton, you sat on national TV and fought a damn mascot from an HBCU. That wasn't good enough for you. The fight that happened. Oh, I'm keeping it gangster tonight. Yeah, I tell you, I got something to say. You can't copyright strike this one. The fight. And this is what, I'm not going to show that goofy son of a bitch. Trust me. Cam Newton gets no play on my TV. The SWAC announced disciplinary actions following a halftime altercation between Grambling and Bethune-Cookman. Total 27 student athletes were suspended. 9 from Bethune-Cookman, 18 from Grambling. The conference also imposed fines of $40,000 on Grambling and $25,000 on Bethune for their roles in the incident. I don't see nothing out of whack for that. When I first seen it, I said, you know what? There's a bunch of people going to get suspended. Everybody that threw a lick, everybody that pushed somebody, everybody that took their helmet off, all y'all get suspended. All these schools going to get fined. That's what happened. Now, Scam Newton wants to get on TV and start preaching to black people about black people being in a disadvantage already when it comes to football and going to the league. How the hell are we at a disadvantage when 90% of the damn athletes are black people? If you knew anything or thought anything about an HBCU, name me the school that you graduated from, Cam Newton. Auburn. Now, you name the NFL Hall of Famers from Auburn, and I can name you the NFL Hall of Famers from Grambling, from Southern, from Jackson State, and we can compare which Hall of Famers are the better. So shut up with that, Cam. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. See, go back to last season. Didn't Prairie View and FAMU fight? Didn't Jackson State and Alabama State fight? Did Cam Newton say anything last year? No. So you want to jump in and try to start preaching to us about how to conduct ourselves when you have no idea about HBCU culture. And you damn sure don't know anything about the SWAC culture. I'm not sitting here promoting no damn fight between Bethune-Cookman and Grambling. Hell no. I didn't promote the fights last time. Did you see me show any of the fights last year? I'm not going to show them this year. I'll tell you the penalties. I'll tell you the fines. Would I say we need to do better? Yeah. But am I going to sit there and go on this fake holier than thou Black Southern Baptist preaching tour that Cam tried to go on? Man, shut up, man. Deshaun Jackson, you the same way. You think you're bigger than HBCU football. You got a little lucky. The MEAC is trash. I say again, the MEAC is trash, and you win in a few games. It ain't guaranteed that you're going to win at all of them. But the stuff that y'all are saying about these student athletes and the programs, y'all have no damn idea what you're talking about. Because if your ass would have went to an HBCU instead of going up to those PWIs and thinking that you better and you got to go back down to help like you are the know all or be all, I'm still waiting on one of y'all to produce some NFL talent. Hello? Shalora? Is my microphone on? All that you doing for these cameras, for ESPN, doesn't move me. I've been going to SWAC football games since 1984. I guarantee you, Deshaun Jackson, Cam Newton, Stephen A. Smith, all three of y'all combined, I have been to more SWAC football games than y'all have been in y'all entire football life. So miss me with that bullshit. Now, if anybody got something to say, you're more than welcome to click the damn link and come on up, because I'm sick and tired of this celebrity stuff. I'm serious. I'm sick and tired of these damn celebrity coaches coming and trying to sit there and act like they're better. That's why I'm telling you, I admire a coach like T.C. Taylor. I admire a coach like Eddie Robinson. Sam Shields, he's going to get there. Even Suge Knight, even though that man talked reckless and crazy, Suge Knight ain't looking to sit there and try to smile for the ESPN camera to get yourself a leg up. We got to stop the foolery and the buffoonery. And we don't need no damn scam Newton. Now the MEAC, that's on y'all with Deshaun Jackson, because trust me, whoever makes it from the MEAC this damn season, you're going to get your ass whooped in the Celebration Bowl. I don't care if it's South Carolina, North Carolina, y'all have horrible damn defenses. And nowhere in the hell you're going to stop a Jackson State running game. Try it. That's all I can tell you. So people got to understand that I'm sick of it. I mean, I tried my damnedest not to talk about it, but the more I see Cam Newton sitting up there trying to preach like he is the bruh, sit your ass down, man. You new to this. Just like that piece of shit, all script, that piece of shit, Jeff likes it. This is not y'all world. Y'all are just coming into it. I do not go back and forth with people who just started watching HBCU, especially SWAC football 4 years ago. You got a whole damn 20-something years before you can talk to me. And I'm not sugarcoating today, because these people think this is a game. These are our livelihoods. These are our ways to make sure these young men become student athletes. You see what they said? They didn't suspend athletes, student athletes. You got to think about for us that your scholarship, you got to think that for us your classes, because your grades come first, dumbasses. But anyway, man, that's my soapbox, man. But let's get to the games tomorrow, because I will spend all day cussing folks out. I have no filter. None today. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, I'm working on something so we can watch the game tomorrow. It's coming on HBCU Go. And I told the man that's calling the game, Wycheck, I know y'all are biased. Y'all don't like Jackson State. Y'all want to see them lose. That's fine. But call the game fairly. It's not been one game that Jackson State has been in this year where the announcers respected them as being defending HBCU champs. Y'all watch the games with me so y'all know what I'm talking about. These announcers, whether it's Tiffany, Jay, Frank, or these other weird people that the SWAC is hiring, they are totally against the best HBCU football team we've had in a couple of years. I'm talking MEAC, SIAC, SWAC, and all. You cannot try to run the talent off that Jackson State has. Offense, defense. Look, Jackson State's playing up with a backup quarterback, and they beat FAMU by 40 by throwing the ball only 10 times. So what is that telling you? That damn team is pretty damn good. Act like it tomorrow, SWAC announcers. Because I'm pretty sure the SWAC somewhere you watching my channel, SWAC, don't care. But anyway, that game comes on at 12. FAMU and Alabama A&M. If Alabama A&M had a decent quarterback, they would beat the brakes off FAMU. But they don't really have a quarterback. That game comes on at 2 o'clock. Jackson State has the first game at 12. This game is going to be probably one of the most interesting games because Grambling has so many people suspended. Going up against the reinsurgent Alcorn Braves. Don't be surprised if Grambling loses. I won't be surprised. You got too many players missing. I understand next man up and you playing in Alcorn and it might be 3,000 people there. I guarantee it's going to be more people at the high school playoff games than the Alcorn Grambling game. They're saying. Prairie View Pine Bluff coach Alonzo Hampton has already said he don't have the type of athletes and talent that they got at Prairie View. So that ought to let you know Suge Knight will win. And before I keep going, listen, Jackson State wins tomorrow. pay-per-view wins tomorrow. Go ahead and Jackson State, get your tickets ready to host the SWAC championship game in Jackson. Big facts. I will be in Jackson next week for the Soul Bowl. But now we keep going. The weird game of the week: Texas Southern versus Southern. That has to be one weird football game because you don't know which Texas Southern team is liable to show up now. Now, this could be a trap game for Alabama State playing at Valley. Valley just got their feelings hurt last week horribly. But then again, Alabama State don't have their starting quarterback either. And Valley don't have their starting quarterback either. So you never know what the hell's going to happen in that game. But that's only game is everybody's on SWAC TV, which I'm not going to promote their games. No disrespect to the SWAC when it comes to like, hey, happy for you, but I don't want to put your logo up there and have you say it's a copyright strike. So you can laugh and giggle all you want to. It is what it is. But tomorrow, we're going to see. I got something planned for tomorrow. That's all I can say. Set your notifications. We're going to try to work something out where we can sit there and watch the game without streaming the game. But watch the game. Don't worry about it. The Tougaloo education going to kick in. But I didn't drop the link. My bad. I'm sitting here talking, and that's what happens when shit. Oh, here we go. Invite. My bad. My bad. I didn't drop the link. That was my fault. I thought I did. I said, hell, nobody want to come up. Now they go to the link there. Drop it again. But those are the two games that we now. Do that towards the end. And this one right here. Now this is HBCU Go's top 5. Now I don't have a problem with the list. Number 5 is Prairie View. Suge Knight, this is towards HBCU Go. I don't have a list problem with this. I'm bigger than SWAC. I'm bigger than HBCU football is number 4. So you got Suge Knight, I'm bigger than football. You got Chinnisberry, which still, they ought to be feeling horrible how they got their ass whooped in the Celebration Bowl. Then you got Eddie Robinson. One day I'm going to win the SWAC. And then you got Jackson State as number 1. Look how small that little dude is, man, compared to that big old dude. It's like he holding a baby. But that's their top 5. I don't have a problem with that list in that situation. Only thing I can say is for the people that believe that Alabama State is somehow better than Jackson State, they got to be on some type of dope. They played head up. Both had starting quarterbacks. You actually got an extra second. You tried to run a play, and you got popped. It was probably the game of it. Ain't no problem. It was the game of the year in the SWAC. I have no problem with the game except them getting that 1 second back, but you got it, and you lost. So to the people thinking that Alabama State is somehow better than Jackson State, if they played again on a neutral field, that they would beat Jackson State, you're damn high. You're high. It's hard enough to beat a team once. Then you're going to try to beat a team twice in one season? Ask Southern about that. Going to play Jackson State twice for the SWAC championship game and getting their ass whooped. Worse at each time. So, but that's the top 5 list. I mean, I'm not. Now in the division, oh man, I hit the wrong button again. But in the division, this is why I tell folks, go ahead and close this game out Saturday. And you see in the East Division, This, if you haven't followed the celebration both on whatever network, social media network, follow them. But in the SWAC, see, Jackson State's 4-0 in the division, 5-1 in the conference. Alabama State has lost a division game. You're 5-1 in the conference. So, meaning Jackson State wins tomorrow, they're 5-0 in the conference. I mean, 5-0 in their division. They're 5-1 in the conference, meaning that Alabama State could not catch them. So you win tomorrow, you the damn SWAC East champs. And I think I got it's somewhere. Yes, yeah, they did a damn thing. Yeah, okay, I'll go back to it. But yeah, that is your standards. That's how they're gonna win tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, they become the champs. Prairie View about the same way. They beat Pine Bluff tomorrow. They're 5-0 in the division. And if you look at the next person close to Prairie View, it's Grambling in the division. 1-2, conference 4-2. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And then you got 18 players. Now, Alcorn, if you let Grambling beat you and they missing 18 players, just, be real. Get ready for spring training. A lot of you schools tomorrow, get ready for spring training. After tomorrow, it's just a wrap. Valley, Alabama A&M, Southern, Pine Bluff, Alcorn. Well, Alcorn actually has their bowl game next week. So after that, they get ready for spring training. But a lot of y'all, FAMU, get ready for spring training. Bethune-Cookman, after you get your ass whooped tomorrow with your fighting asses, get ready for spring training. What I mean, get ready for spring training, your season's damn near over with. It's over with. You need to get some young folks in there, start letting them be able to play, because you ain't leaving past your goddamn home stadium to go play a football game. It's over with for some of y'all tomorrow. And I ain't sugarcoating it. Y'all need to hear this. Get your ass ready for spring training. Go look for somebody in the portal, FAMU. And so, what's going on? I just added you. I didn't see it. It's muted.
What's going on, man?
All right, what's up?
What's up to the chat? Hey, man, Whitley say you didn't even speak to the chat, man, and I ain't seen you in 2 weeks. You got to say what's up to the chat, man.
I did speak, Miss Whitley. I did speak. You late, sister girl. I did speak.
But yeah, man, look, you know something? What you was talking about, Cam Newton and Deshaun Jackson, right?
Uh-huh.
These people, like I put on Twitter, these people, they are, because they think they're bigger than HBCUs and they're better than other black people because they have athletic ability to go make a little money performing, right? They would never say anything about systematic racism, bigotry, lack of funding, right? They're going to always figure out a way to make everything be black people's fault, like black people is less than them. You know, the only difference in what they said and what Ed Reed said was all the cussing that Ed Reed did.
Yep.
That's truly the only difference. Now, Clinton Portis sit up there, didn't correct him. Clinton Portis went to the University of Florida, correct?
Miami, wasn't it?
No, he went to the University of Florida. He played.
Was it? That'll let you know.
But the Florida Gators have a saying called Gator bait. Now they will talk about someone fighting, and there was that one fight that stopped HBCUs from going up. But Florida Gators using the term Gator bait. If y'all don't know what that means, that's when they use little black babies to hunt alligators. They were stealing babies, setting them on the bank to hunt alligators. They was feeding them to the gate. That's what the Gator bait chump mean in Florida. Look it up. That's what they did. Started in Florida. Look it up.
Oh, I know.
They ain't going. They will never say anything about them. Cam Newton ain't gonna ever say nothing about Auburn. Deshaun Jackson, they didn't got the pictures him throwing up the gang. But all these people, black folks rode for. Black folks that went to HBCUs rode for them. When the media tried to make them look bad, right?
Yep.
But the same people that rode for them the same people they want to come squat on. Everybody seems like everybody want to take a page out of Jackson State last coach. Want to take a page out of his book. And what's embarrassing is it was talking about ghetto, they had ghetto. What's embarrassing is how black people would sit and publicly want to
Agree.
insult and embarrass black people and how black people agree with that. Did you hear anybody saying UL Lafayette and Texas State was so ghetto? Do you remember the bowl game about 5 to 10 years ago? Mississippi State and somebody that was hitting people in the head with damn football helmets. You can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But that don't hold him back.
You know, my biggest thing with Cam Newton is Bruce Pearl has been in the news several times, gone viral, of talking about black people like we are not even human. Mainly talking about the first black president, Barack Obama. Cam Newton has not said a word. Tommy Tuberville, head coach at Auburn, that man is one whisker away from being the grand dragon of the KKK. Cam has not said anything about them. That is my biggest gripe with him. If you're going to sit there and try to chastise black people over something that you don't know nothing about, because you cannot convince me that Cam Newton even knew that there was 12 SWAC schools until last year. I mean, not last year, this year probably. I don't really like paying people like that no attention. But he wants to go viral so bad. He wants to be like Stephen A. So bad. But Stephen A. got to walk around, goddamn it, looking around his goddamn shoulder now. Because you want to be a 21st century minstrel show and a sambo.
Yep. You remember when me and you were talking, when Cam Newton first came out, talking about give him the HBCUs? That was him begging then. Because what he said, they won't give me a game day. Well, let me get HBCUs then. And remember me and you was talking and we told people then, we don't want that. We don't want to be nobody. We don't want to be nobody second.
Yep.
You ain't good enough. The other people don't think you good enough for them. Oh, well, go get it. Well, go get them. They'll take you. No, we don't want you. And that's what we have to start saying is no. And by the way, Orange, somebody put in the chat and corrected me. I really thought he went to Florida, but it say Miami.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
still.
what I thought he went to Miami.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like, yeah, my bad. I don't know what made me think he went to Florida.
Yeah, I'm not tripping because I know a lot of them. That 80s and 90s and early 2000s, it was a lot of them young men that went to between Miami, Florida, and Florida State, and they didn't give a damn about HBCUs then. They really still don't care now. I mean, it's like,
and what that is, bro, they don't give a damn about. And the weird thing is, man, how black people don't like HBCUs, bro. I don't get that stuff. Our ancestors, when they weren't allowed to go to another college, they had to create their own schools to go to.
That's why I just showed you AP Thoreau and Thurgood Marshall. Where you think they went to school at? Like I keep telling them, show me the lawyer from Ohio State. Show me the lawyer from Florida State that has contributed a tenth of what the civil rights lawyers from the 50s, 60s, and 70s did. And if you tell me Ben Crump, I'm going to kick you up out of here. Because that man ain't won a case yet. All he's done was settle out of court.
But you know but that's how we treat each other, man. What's the Sambo name? The bootlicking, buck dancing, Tito shooting, shoving house Negro, the one Donald Trump said he wanted the good ones.
Which one? Byron Donalds. Tim
Scott. Byron
Scott.
Donalds. What did he say? He said he didn't go to. He left FAMU because they partied too much. No, you left because you got caught selling dope while you was in college. But he want to say, oh, at FAMU all they do is party. Nobody was going to class, huh? Yeah. So I had to go to Florida State. But that's what that's what we do. A lot of us do when we get a position, when we think we have some type of status, we have to look down on. We have to look down on one another. Now I'm gonna say something else. You spoke right quick when you were talking about these people who's not HBCU, but like Jeff Lycey is with. And I really don't even dislike Jeff Lycey like that, but he done said some little slick stuff. I don't really watch him no more. He done said some slick stuff. How these people can get jobs with like HBCU Go, and you got Timona, you got you got Doc Holliday, you got the brother who be doing the Southern, who I told you swag sports talk, but none of those people, but somebody
And
who
you
went to
don't
Western.
forget Swag. Don't forget Swag and the Fool. All them dudes either went to Alcorn or Southern.
Southern, yeah, and swagging
Yeah.
and swagging a fool, and
Mm-hmm.
none of these people who have HBCU followings on there. I don't know. And I'm telling HBCU folks now, I'm asking, why are y'all watching the guy off script? Why do we like to watch somebody who hate us?
I do. I don't. I'm telling you.
I don't get it. I
Them
don't
jokes
get it.
about Jackson and the water and stuff. Nah.
Yeah.
That was
Now,
you don't know what you're talking about, little dude. You know what I mean?
Now, when you said something about what you said to HBCU Game Day or whoever HBCU Go about their commentators not putting Jackson State, I have never seen nothing in my life. I'm being honest, man. In all my time, I have never seen an HBCU disliked as much as Jackson State. HBCU Game, they just said in one of their panels, they would want FAMU to beat them, so that would bring a confusion to the conference. But they want Alabama State to win. I was listening to some today, the HBCU Post. These are SIAC people, have nothing but, oh man, we think Jackson State probably would have beat Bethune-Cookman anyway, but we sure wanted Bethune to win. Man, I really want to see Alabama State.
You mean against FAMU, right?
No, they talking about the game. HBCU Plus is talking about the game tomorrow.
And why would they think that Bethune-Cookman would have won with all the players they trying to say?
No, they don't think they would have won. They just want them to win because because we really just want to see Alabama State can get a chance to get into the a celebration bowl, the best quarterback. I put in the chat, the best quarterback. I said, well, Jacobian, when he had a chance to win the game, he went down and threw a game-winning touchdown. Andrew Body got him to the 2-yard line. That only counted horseshoes. They were close. He got an almost. That only counted horseshoes. I'm tired of Jackson State just being disrespected. The one folks I tried to watch, HBCU Nightly, and that one dude, Blue, he's sitting over there with them. Oh, the sixth best team in the Big Sky is better than Jackson State. So I just did myself a favor and watched Northern Arizona and Idaho. Jackson State would beat each one of those teams by 4 touchdowns. But he'll come around Jackson State because they over there pulling against Jackson State too. I have no idea why all of these HBCU channels, all these people, most people pull for, you know what? Because Jackson State is actually right now elevating HBCUs, right?
Exactly. I've been
even the SWAC. Everybody want them to lose. I guess them winning and everybody talking about them is helping them is helping them elevate too. Because they are pulling it. It's like Jackson State, not just the SWAC and MEAC. From what I heard today, the SIAC too. And I imagine the CIAA. I know HBCU Game Day. I know Locked On HBCU Sports, some of the stuff he say, and he's real slick out of his mouth. And he went to Texas Southern, but how he pulls against, he was actually pulling for, if you listen to him closely, he was actually for South Carolina State last year. And I don't, in his celebration mode, I don't get it. I don't get it how all of it, and I see what Jackson State say, all of them, oh, it's us versus the coalition. And it's a hell of a coalition. And Jackson State kicking all of their ass. We're going to whoop Bethune. We're going to close everything out with Alcorn. They're going to win the SWAC championship. And I hope, and you know what, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say it like I heard Javanson Jones say it was early in the season. He hope it's Deshaun Jackson so we can whoop that. So we can go out there and show them what, who's ghetto.
Well, and see,
it's crazy.
I don't see Jackson State having a problem with any school left this year. Next year, Maybe if they lose some offense and defensive linemen, maybe next year, because you got a quarterback, he's gonna have at least 4 games under his belt now. That's gonna be your starting next year. That's a huge plus, a big plus. You're not gonna think about this. Next year, there's not gonna be a quarterback with the kind of experience that the Jackson State quarterback has, except maybe what T said, because Alcorn keeps flipping quarterbacks. Southern don't know who the hell they quarterback. Well, Body, if he comes back, which I'm pretty sure he will, but then Alabama A&M, they got a 3-ring circus down there. FAMU, you already know FAMU is going to the portal to get some damn body. Bethune-Cookman, they up and down with their quarterback. So your quarterback position is going to be stable for Jackson State next year.
In that running back room is going to be stable.
Mm-hmm.
That running back room.
Yeah. So you actually going to have your work it's going to be harder next year, because you just like Jackson State lose people, these other schools going to lose people also, and I think that a lot of people, like I said, we needed a villain. I think a lot of people went past the villain until we just don't want them to win. We ain't going to win. We don't want them to win. That's a lot of people's intention. You know why? Because when you go back to back, that's one of the hardest things to do in any sport. Whether it's football, basketball, or baseball, college, pro, high school, whatever. Going back to back and just about going to have the same record, 10-2. That is pretty damn impressive. And it keeps the recruits coming towards you. Now, hey, look, Jackson State is on top of the SWAC again. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, when Bethune-Cookman won the SWAC, I did not see the viewership like when Jackson State went to.
You mean FAMU?
Yeah, FAMU. I meant to say when they went there. So you got to have a team that can carry the SWAC on its back. FAMU to me couldn't do it, and now you want this team to lose so bad. I hope a lot of them tune in tomorrow. I hope a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you now, Bethune-Cookman is not traveling. I'm telling folks that right now. That Bethune-Cookman, if they bring their band and they fans plus their football team, it might be 300 people.
You know, they got that big fine. That band can't come. The band was supposed to come. They got that big fine. They can't bring their fan. They can't bring their band now. They changed their mind. The band
Okay,
can't
so
make
no band. Okay, with the fans and the football team, that's 150 people. I'm telling you now. Watch, and I feel folks from Jackson State, but I really hope y'all go out to the game tomorrow, because you will close it out tomorrow. But like I said, I will be at the Soul Bowl. I already got we already got our tickets here. We're gonna be on the 40-yard line on the Alcorn side, and we both wearing Tougaloo shirts. So when folks start saying, "Oh, you this and that," nope, my college is right down the street, around the corner, up the road. So go with the bullshit. But I look forward to the Soul Bowl every year when it's in Jackson. To me, it's good atmosphere.
I told you, G, they'll mention you in one of their lives, right? Didn't I tell you?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, it'd be all right. Swagging the Fool, I know y'all somewhere watching. Worry about Alcorn now. Don't worry about what we got going on in Tougaloo. we actually in the city of Jackson. Y'all in the city of Lorman. Worry about them piney woods and them damn what else is around that damn thing? Port Gibson. Worry about that crap around there. Leave us alone. But it's all good though, man. But this is what HBCU put out tomorrow for the game day.
The top 3 reasons to watch Bethune-Cookman versus Jackson State. Number 1, a win secures the East Division for Jackson State for the 2nd straight year. It would mark their 4th SWAC East title in 5 years and 11th all time, sending the Tigers to the SWAC championship game for the 4th time in 5 seasons and their 9th appearance since the title game began in 1999. With that, Jackson State would have the chance to compete for their 20th SWAC championship. Number 2, this is the 12th all-time meeting between the two programs and the 5th since Bethune-Cookman joined the SWAC. Jackson State leads the series 8-3, with the Wildcats' last win coming in the 2019 MEAC SWAC Challenge. A Bethune-Cookman victory will snap a 4-game skid against the Tigers, moving them to 5-3 in conference play and bring them one step closer to securing the first winning season as SWAC members. Number 3, Jackson State brings a punishing ground game and a defense that clamps down hard, while Bethune-Cookman must flip the script with a big play offense and tighter stops. This is a clash of power versus opportunity. Can the Wildcats find the spark to upset the Tigers' momentum? Get ready for a high-stakes showdown where every run, pass, and turnover could swing the game. Watch this SWAC East Division matchup live this Saturday, November 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern on HBCU Go and the Grio.
And there you is right there, man. That's what it's all about. The Grio and HBCU, what's the name? HBCU Go. So I don't see Jackson State having a problem. Next year, it's going to be a lot harder to three-peat. But this year, once again, a lot of you schools, and I definitely got to mention this. For Jackson State, you got to realize tomorrow, this is Bethune-Cookman Super Bowl, right? What I mean by that is Bethune-Cookman has nothing to lose, everything to gain. Even though they got players that's out of the game and this and that, still, you're going to have to be able to control your discipline. When I say control your discipline, folks like, what does that even mean? You're going to have these folks biting you, kicking, scratching, noise talking, pushing, shoving. They're miserable. They want you to be miserable. They want to kick people out of the game. Their folks is already out the game. They want you to get out the game. You are going to have to control your emotions. Against FAMU, you had 3 personal penalties for 15 yards, pushing and shoving. You got to remember, these schools have no chance of winning the SWAC East or the SWAC championship. You cannot get yourself in a situation where you're going to miss the Alcorn game or the SWAC championship game. It's only going to get worse when you play Alcorn. Those your cousins from down the street, around the corner. They are upset that you just heard the clip. How many times Jackson State won a SWAC East in the last 5 years? That angers people. Even though that Alcorn is in the West, remember Alcorn was winning like that when they had Coach Fred McNabb. But they still didn't receive the type of hate that Jackson State is receiving right now. But you've got to control them emotions. You got to be on top of your discipline next week. And for the next 2 weeks. There's no reason to get in any type of scuffle or back and forth with a damn team like Bethune-Cookman or Alcorn who needs to be getting ready for spring training. While you getting ready for the SWAC championship, they need to be getting ready for spring training. Think about that. You got way more to lose. And I know it's rough because I know how black men talk noise when we play sports. We want to beat each other's head off. And then as soon as the game is over with, we out drinking and talking and having a good time. So tomorrow and next, especially for the Soul Bowl, because I will be at the Soul Bowl, and I'm not going to make it any better. I love to tell Alcorn people, you and your chitlin smelling asses get on out of the damn city of Jackson. I love to tell them folks that. Oh, I love to tell Alcorn people this. Congratulations, you left Lorman. Please put on your shoes. We wear shoes around the city. You know, Alcorn folks love to be barefooted walking around on that reservation out there. All it is a big old cornfield, but I call it a reservation. So, and this is one of these seasons where you can make history and put your name, Coach T.C. Taylor. And I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of people might disagree. But if Coach T.C. Taylor goes back-to-back SWAC and back-to-back Celebration Bowl champions, he's up in that conversation with W.C. Gordon and Coach Bob Hill. I'm not saying he's better than them. I said he's up there in that conversation. Because you got to think about it. It ain't been too many coaches in the SWAC to win back-to-back Celebration Bowls and back-to-back SWAC titles. I'm just saying. So if anybody want to disagree with that, you're more than welcome to hit the link and say what's on your mind. But Carl, I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, I muted myself while you were talking. I did that while you.
I didn't know if you wanted to say something, but I
did that. Yeah, but you know what? It's time for T. Look, man, I got a homeboy from Florida. Oh, he like to mess with me. What? They FAMU. Boy, they don't want to give FAMU people don't want to give TC no credit. They still giving Deion is the reason Jackson State win. I said, well, Deion need to be the reason Colorado win. Yeah. He ain't the reason Jackson State win. I said, man, Deion took everything with it, but they don't want to give TC. But you know what I told him? I said, man, you got to give. I said, I'm gonna tell you who get the credit. The man behind it though, not TC deserves his credit. Great coach, him and Coach O. Him and Coach O put this thing together. Yeah. But boy, I'm gonna tell you something. Ashley Robinson is a bad man.
Yeah.
That's a bad athletic director right there, Ashley Robinson. Ashley Robinson is a bad man.
Yeah, you got to give it to him his props, man, Ashley Robinson. And Miss Hattie, only thing they saying is 9 players are out from Bethune-Cookman, but they haven't said if they starters, they backups, they reserves. Nobody. We won't find out until I've been looking. You won't find out until tomorrow. Probably tomorrow before the game start, if who's out and who's in. Now they should have put them names on there, but they didn't. Like the Gremlin people, I just don't understand how you gonna plan on winning a game with 18 missing people. But then again, it is Alcorn. Alcorn will find a way to lose a football game. They found a way to lose against FAMU. I know that. So.
Yeah, they did. Hey, they did find a way to lose against FAMU. I was looking at that. There's NCCU in South Carolina State, 27-27, 5.5 minutes left in the fold. Yeah, South Carolina State just stopped them. He said NCCU just stopped them on 4th and goal from the 1 yard line. The 1 yard line. So I was looking at that.
What they on? What channel they on? ESPNU?
ESPN2.
ESPN2 on a Friday night. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, ESPN2. Yeah.
Yeah, listen. I would try to stream it, but hey, the SWAC might call him and say, "Hey, look, he's streaming football games." I gave him 2 double fingers. I mean, no, gosh.
Hey, look, something Bonnet put in the chat say it's jealousy. And you're right. It could be jealousy. I ain't gonna say it could be. It is a little jealousy. They mad that Deion once coached at Jackson State. I have no idea why, but man, you know how you said you always say it's 12 teams in the SWAC and 11 teams looking to play. All 11 of them just want to beat Jackson State, right?
That's
11 of them just want. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. And it's 5 teams. So. It's 16 D1 HBCU with football. 15 of them just playing to beat up.
Beat Jackson State.
They are playing. They are playing to beat Jackson State. Man, the coalition is thick. The SIAC. I don't know. I ain't heard the CIAA, but they probably gonna be rocking with me. They probably rocking against Jackson State too. The coalition is thick. They want that. Everybody want to see Jackson State lose, but I don't understand how HBCU game day, something everybody follow. I don't know. And you're a big thing on the you have a big HBCU platform, and you can sit up there and say.
I don't mean to cut you off, but She Love D says she don't think it's the SWAC because other people been streaming. Timona, I have no idea who it is. It could be somebody working that's watching lurking channels. But the people that I know that stream games, they said it was SWAC TV that actually took their stream down. Now,
They let people stream in soccer though. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a hit and miss, but I know 3 people that stream football games, and they said they had that same bang. See, I have not had a copyright strike yet, so I don't know. That's all I can say. My bad, but I had to answer her question.
You.
Yeah, but I mean, my whole situation with everybody wanting to be the HBCU champions. If your team is not equipped to beat them, meaning either you have lack of coaching, lack of skill, lack of continuity, that's not everybody else's fault. When you're getting beat by 40 points and the quarterback only threw the ball 10 times, bruh, you got some issues. You got a bunch of issues on your football team and then you got to remember, a couple of them passes was touchdowns. So, hey man.
Yeah. You know what? One more thing, man. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna go back to your favorite football player, Cam Newton, again, right?
That's son of
to let y'all know he know nothing about HBCU football. If you listen to that thing again when he started naming, he said swag me out. And the OVC. OVC ain't no HBCU conference. And if you have anything to do with upholding black coach, OVC, you could have said Tennessee State. OVC is not an HBCU conference, Cam Newton. You don't know nothing. You know nothing about HBCU football. Mm-hmm. If you listen, like, why is he mentioning the OVC talking about HBCUs? He could have said Tennessee State. But the OVC, no, Cam.
Yeah.
No, Cam. You don't know what you're talking about.
And you know, that's what, like I said, it angers me. You want to sit there and chastise a fight, but you can't sit there and chastise a coach who's demeaning black people, the school that you went to. So until Cam Newton starts talking about Auburn, I won't never take him serious at all. Dude, you done fought kids at a football camp, and then you fought a mascot. Now, who are you to lecture us? You fought children at a football camp. Y'all remember that? Think about that. But you gonna lecture us on how to fight? So let me see if I'll show that. I mean, the hell with him, man. Because my issue is, bro, if you're not gonna sit there and talk about Bruce Pearl, man, you're gonna talk about upholding black culture. Come on, man. I'm like, this gotta be a joke. I said, you know what? I'm sick of this dude. Let me go ahead and give him a piece of my on my mind. But you know, he ain't gonna say shit. I mean, he will sit there and try to hold up his Heisman Trophy, his going to the Super Bowl, and so. Oh, here it is, right here. Let me share this. Now, this the dude. Now, this the dude who want us to take notes from him. See, the internet's undefeated, bro. I mean, you know, when I tell you the internet's undefeated, the internet remains undefeated. Now, watch this.
Take a look. You can see Cam Newton. Can you make him out there trying to fight off multiple men? The former NFL quarterback was taking part in an invitation-only camp and tournament when this happened over the weekend. Camp staffers and security officers eventually stepped in to break this up. It is not clear what led up to this fight, but people are investigating. Police, I should say, are investigating. He may have been outnumbered, but over on social media, people are impressed, saying, Mr. Cam Newton, held his own. Y'all better watch out now. Y'all know who you running up on. Hey, take a look. You can see Cam Newton. Can
Is
you
that
make him
upholding
out there
black
trying to
culture?
fight off multiple men? The former NFL quarterback was
Is he
taking part in
ghetto?
an invitation-only camp and tournament when this happened over the weekend. Camp staffers and security
Did
officers
that set us back?
eventually stepped in to break this up. It is not clear what led up to this fight, but people are investigating. Police, I should say, are investigating. He may have been outnumbered, but over on social media, people are impressed.
Those were
saying,
children.
Cam Newton held his own. Y'all better watch out now. Y'all know who you running up on. Hey, take a look.
Now, that right there is, again, why I don't pay attention to that stupid son of a bitch. You know, hell with him, man. See, I tell you, the internet's undefeated, man. You always gonna have receipts, man. So, but that's what, you know, that's what happens
Did
is
they say this camp back? Did they say this camp back?
I don't really know if the camp is still continued after that or not. I have no
He
idea,
got in a
man.
fight. It had to set him back. It had to set him back because of that fight with her. And I'm not. People think you're taking up for the fight because you go against stupidity.
No,
ain't taking up for that fight, but it had to set him back. If the Grambling Bethune fight gonna set you back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and I'm not gonna even show the one with him fighting the mascot. That's even worse. That's why I keep telling folks, it's one thing to hand out what you call criticism, but when you start preaching like you are holier than thou and you almighty and all this other stuff, bruh, everybody got some skeletons in their past, man. Don't sit there and act like you are just this perfect angel and you've never done anything wrong. No, well, man, the dude's an idiot to me. And Stephen A found him a new little lapdog. And him and Stephen A gonna continue to be little butt pirates together with each other until somebody get rid of both of them. Because if you notice, Stephen A ain't been talking that crazy nonsense since basketball season has started as much. Because listen, I keep telling folks, what you see on TV when it comes to them NBA players is totally different when you see these folks in person. I tell folks, you don't see too many 6'6", 6'7", 260, 70-pound men every day. So when you start messing with people that size and how big them dudes is, I ain't saying you scared, but Stephen A, goddamn it, you damn near 60. Man, you get knocked the hell out, man, messing with one of them dudes, man. And that's what's gonna end up happening to Cam Newton. You're gonna keep on poking with somebody, and somebody gonna knock your ass out. And so that's just
because Father Time undefeated.
Yep. That's what I told them folks, man. You better be like me. You better carry you a gin bottle, Seagram's at that. So when you hit somebody, goddamn it, it won't bust over their head. You can probably knock 2 or 3 people out. So you can only have too many hands, bro. You can only have, your hands only good for so many years. Like I told man, I've been and popped somebody so hard, been and broke my hand like one of them quarterbacks in the NFL or in college football right about now. But man, that with that damn Cam Newton, man, hell with that dude, man. I know, and what's this?
And Deshaun Jackson is coaching at an HBCU, and that's what come out your mouth. He said y'all talking about Power 4. I guess he was hitting that HBCU moving up. See, this is why they won't let you. This is why you can't move up. A fight. Oh boy, and this is how we can just show we can just be so ghetto, huh? Boy, they like to tap dance, man.
But Deshaun Jackson, his style of play when he was playing, wasn't that considered ghetto and trashy and all that stuff?
Yep.
The commentators, see, once again, I remember that dude doing some weird stuff, and black people always tried to take up for him. But now you the head coach and you sitting there trying to discredit your own over a fight. Look, it's rivalry week. with the next 3 weeks in college football, you about to have all these different schools play their rival in the next 3 weeks. Everybody know it's coming. And how many fights you think more is going to happen? I guarantee you there will be more fights at PWIs, not just because there are more of them, but you're going to have more fights at PWIs than those 1 or 2 fights that you have during the HBCU season. Last year, it was what? 2 fights in the HBCU world? And nobody said nothing except the people that like myself that was calling it out and told them to cut that shit out. It ain't about these folks looking at us. I'm more worried about you getting your damn education, not getting your football team, not getting criminal charges pressed against you. Because if you hit somebody the wrong way with some of that football equipment, they can charge your ass with assault. That's my big concern. You know, football is what we love to see. We love to be entertained. But you got to remember, you got to take that uniform off one of these days. And what are you going to have to fall back on? I ain't talking about don't get them or being ratchet and nothing like that, because that's part of the game. My issue is when you have coaches and then you have Scam Newton them talking like they are the Boy Scouts, and bro, get your ass on. That's why I showed that fight with Cam. So when somebody sit there and is like, damn, he ain't bullshit. Cam Newton was a piece of crap, messing with them kids. That's what it was up there fighting with them kids. So
if you go through, I had this article, right? I'm gonna pull it up for you right now. And here's the thing, because we always look to say we are the worst, the most dangerous college campuses in the United States: Ohio State, UC Berkeley, University of Michigan, University of New Mexico, University of Iowa, Stanford, University of Alabama, University of Arizona, University of Southern California, Auburn, Texas A&M, University of California, Los Angeles, Vanderbilt, Michigan State, Xavier, Indiana State University, Texas State, University of Minnesota, UC San Diego, Central Missouri, University of Florida, Drexel University, Texas Tech University. Now, the law officers, let me tell you where I got this from. Because you can go on the web and Google it. That's what I did. This was from a law office in Houston, David Abreast, and I'm just telling you what you got it from. The most unsafe universities in the USA vary depending on metric based on some. With the highest crime rate per capita include Bowdoin College and Dartmouth College. The point that I'm making, right? Then you go down based on crime rate per 1,000. Florida Institute of Technology, Stanford University. Have you heard me mention the HBCU at all? Now, one fight set us back.
There you go. See what I'm saying?
One fight set us back, but these are the most dangerous college campuses in the
nation.
In the nation. Which colleges have the highest crime rates? Once again, the state, going to be California, Stanford, California, the 3 schools in California, then Texas, that is Rice. I mean, you just go down all these lists about the most violent college campus, the most unsafe college campus. It's no HBCUs are mentioned.
Like those guys,
and I'm sick of these people. And I'm sick of these people.
Anywhere near me,
and it's not
I'm
shaping for a
big catch to keep hope alive for the Eagles.
It's not
huge reception there. I thought it went out.
Your video playing.
No timeouts. Walker Harris.
No, that's the
a sack and throws it out of bounds.
That's the damn what's the name game.
It's not taken up for a
right now because Lunds
fight. The fight was horrible. They shouldn't have had that fight. But don't say
is going against
a fight is holding us back. And these people do this stuff, and they just get away with what they're doing.
Struggling in that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Williams
And
is
nothing to see.
I like what Unstoppable saying there.
Going against
it's coming that
number 11.
I like that.
That matchup you see
and it's
right
18 seconds left,
line,
man. Hopefully these folks don't take this shit off.
Some help in pass protection.
We're gonna sit there and watch these last 18
They must
seconds.
get into the end zone. Harris, and it's incomplete. Van Gates couldn't come up with it. Low throw again. Lunds.
Again,
it's 4th and 10 with 12 seconds left.
Terran Williams.
What's his name?
Not able to get
Mr. Ford, homeboy.
Get the pressure to force.
What's his name? Tennisberry.
Get rid of the football sooner, and that's the matchup I'm gonna watch. When this ball snap right now, watch number 11.
Oh man.
Mr. Ford, do you think he's gonna take over
Going against the
HBCU?
right tackle.
Here we go.
Comes down to this, and it's Sherrod Mosley, who took his eyes off the ball for just a second. And South Carolina State is going to hold on. Dashing the hopes of Central to try to make another bid for a MEAC championship. It's Chinnis Berry's crew on the road coming up big. And just a missed opportunity through the hands of Chris Mosley.
Hit him in the wrong spot, huh?
To Mosley's defense,
hands,
you have to make somebody miss to pick up the first
see that,
down,
man?
but you have to secure the football.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It hit him in his hands, man.
Hit him in the worst place.
Important road victory.
All right. That was hurry up, get that off there before them folks try to say. But that was the game. 34-27. What's the name? Ended up so Central is basically out of the MEAC title. So it's either gonna be South Carolina State or what's his name, huh? Deshaun Jackson, the ghetto person.
Yeah, who they play? They play. I think he's stupid. The ghetto person. Yeah, the ghetto person.
Ghetto, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Sometimes we can just be so ghetto, man. And I'm telling you, man, I'm getting sick of them people thinking they are coming and thinking they are just so much better than an HB. They thought they were too good to play at an HBCU. Now that they're coaching there, they think they're just so much better than an HBCU environment. They will talk about, they would do like the guy at Colorado. They will talk about what we don't have, but they will never talk about why we don't have it. I'm going to use the Ayers case in Mississippi, for example. Did y'all know the state of Mississippi spent $1.2 billion to keep from giving Alcorn, Jackson State, and Mississippi Valley State the money? They spent $1.2 billion instead of just giving the schools their money. They spent $1.2 billion not to give them money.
Not to give money. That's
not to give them what's owed. And I'm going to tell you something else. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Delta State, and Southern Miss split $20 million of that money.
Yep. Still got their money out of it.
Yep. They split $20 million of money that was designated for Alcorn Valley and Jackson State.
Mm-hmm. And so with that being said, with the what's the name, with the game we didn't watch it. We seen the last little 18 seconds. This is where's it at? Man, this is how the MEAC is shaping up, and you can see that what is this? Delaware State, the win out of Delaware State and South Carolina State will actually go to Atlanta. With North Carolina Central losing tonight 2-2, so the winner would be either you will have Ford, Delaware State or South Carolina State when they play will be 4-0. So the winner of that game, and it should be a good game for the MEAC, because it damn sure ain't gonna be a good game for them in the Celebration Bowl. I can tell you that now. So
this was supposed to be, as She Loves D put in the chat, This is basically supposed to be their equivalence to Jackson State versus Alabama State.
Who?
You could look. This was their big. This was their big game right here.
North Carolina
NC
State versus South Carolina State?
Yeah, North Carolina Central. Yep.
Oh, North Carolina Central. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
If it was such a damn game, that game would be on the damn Saturday afternoon or Saturday prime time. And I'm not knocking them folks for playing Friday night football, but hell, if you wouldn't have told me about it, I wouldn't even known that they was on there.
And man, but you can just look. The teams, the MEAC just not as. They're just not as good. They used to say what they say. They too physical for the SWAC. At South Carolina State were they as physical as Jackson State last year. And whoever, because I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. And whoever from the MEAC, South Carolina State or Delaware State, play Jackson State this year, Jackson State gonna be more physical than them too. I'm gonna go ahead and count. I ain't scared to say it. We gonna whoop Bethune, Alcorn, Prairie View. Then we gonna beat the dog doodoo out of whoever win from the MEAC.
I don't. The MEAC has not been physical since A&T was winning. That's just my opinion. They did have bigger offensive and defensive linemen with more agility and strength back then. Now, no, it's not even close now. So I don't sit there. And good luck to them.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you.
Especially if it's Delaware State, God bless them. They too small for me, in my opinion. But hey,
and they just run. Jackson State run defense is Jackson State run defense is too good. Now here's the thing. I understand, jealousy from the other schools, right? I guess, right. I understand the jealousy. Not really, but I'm gonna say I understand. I guess I understand it, but I don't agree with it. But at least give the people their credit, though. At least give them their credit.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of tribalism, and I just don't want to see it. I mean,
it's this one lady. She be on that HBCU nightly, and when Jackson State played Alabama State, I never forget what she said. She was like, "Man, for 2 years, y'all want to see Jackson State lose so bad. For 2 years, y'all just say somebody gonna beat them." She went to Howard. She said, "I'm just gonna go ahead and say Jackson State gonna beat Alabama State by 3 touchdowns. They're gonna win the Celebration Bowl." Man, we got to be honest, man. Jackson State, right? This is what she said. Jackson State is just head and shoulders above the rest of HBCUs. Jackson State is the one team that can play with those other teams in the FCS, and that is one of the that can. And that's when they went off in Blue and that dude. I think his name Josh. The top 6 teams is better than the best teams. I mean, no, the 6th place team in the Big Sky? No.
Yeah, well,
no.
Listen, I guarantee you, if Alabama State would have beat Jackson State, those same people would be saying Alabama State could beat anybody in the QVC or OVC, whatever it's called. Guarantee you they would be saying that. Or, you can't stop Body. You can't stop Body. Body stopped his damn self again. And I hope the young man, it ain't too hard. His injury is too serious. But the way he was holding his hand, it was way worse than in my opinion, than they trying to make it out to be. I'm like, something ain't right. But hell, we'll never know nobody's injury report.
No, now that look, I can say one thing I can say about HBCUs, they keep secret. That damn injury report. You ain't gonna know that injury. You ain't gonna know that damn injury report until you watch the damn game. Ken Clark told somebody the other night, Wednesday night. Hey, look, coach ain't worried about your betting line. We ain't worried about the gambling lines. Y'all want to know if they're healthy so you can gamble. I don't say that. But now, let me say this right. Hey, Willie, they were dogging them. That one lady that be up there with them took up for Jackson State that one night. She took up for Jackson State. Yeah, they were dog. Yeah. They dogged Jackson State. They were dogging them, but the one lady took up for Jackson State.
Some of them shows are just straight up hilarious to me, man. My man, PV versus everybody. That is hilarious to me. Line on them, man, if they don't sit they delusional brainwashed ass down somewhere, man. I'm like, God damn. Swacking the Fool, that's another good show. They funny as hell to me. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I've never seen nobody have that much faith in Alcorn. I'm like, no. Hell, even when Fred was there winning the stuff, I used to laugh at Alcorn. I say, look at your country bumpkin asses going to Atlanta. I say, boy, I say, y'all probably got them riding around like Fred Flintstone. Everybody pick up the bus and start running with their feet. Then y'all put it down and roll with some rocks or bricks under that damn bus up there, man. Man, I rock with a lot of them shows, man. Yeah. If they think I don't be watching, I try to tell them all the time, bro. I watch all y'all shows, man. I don't miss them.
Yeah, I watch like that one. What did the brother on Swag Sports Talk, the Southern guy? Remember how he went off on Southern?
When he told him, man, he was like, that team was hard.
He was like, man, he said, man, you come home, you try to white sports to get away from reality, get away from life for a little while. Man, you watch this. I got that, man. You'd rather just deal with shit going on in your life than sit there and watch your school. Oh, then watch your school go down like this. Them dudes with G was like, man, you know, we just say going to the game, we here for the vibe. We know we ain't gonna win, but we gonna vibe. He said when they were playing Alcorn, he said, man, we can't even vibe, man. He said it's probably gonna be a few years before we can vibe.
Well, he wasn't lying. Yeah. But this thing tomorrow though, that Grambling and Alcorn game has just gotten I've been trying to see which players are suspended from Grambling, which they won't say, which they just saying the number. But that game has gotten a little bit more interesting. And Alcorn, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to finish 6-6. And if they can finish 6-6, they would be they would consider this season being saved. But I'm telling you right damn now, there's no in the hell Jackson State is gonna let Alcorn come to Jackson and get a victory. Because remember TC's first year, Alcorn and they pretty much embarrassed Jackson. So this is actually what you would consider a revenge game or a get back game or whatever. So with them trying to go 6-6, good luck to them. But I think Grambling just screwed themselves by out there, you know, acting like they boys in the woods. And I ain't say hood, in the woods, because if you ever been to Grambling in Union Parish or Lincoln Parish, whatever parish it is up there, there's some country shit up there. There's more trees than people. So trust me, you don't want to be around that damn place. No.
It's close to Monroe though, right? I've been to Grambling once or twice.
Yeah, it's close to there. I think it's Union Parish. It might be Lincoln Parish. Man, I gotta tell them, man, I call that shit either Arkansas or goddamn it, Northwest Mississippi. They hate when I tell them that. I said, man, but you know, I love Grambling just like I love Southern, man. But they looking forward. I know Grambling is looking forward to put Southern out their misery for the Classic on Thanksgiving weekend. I really believe that they want to put that. I think they want to like embarrass them, talking like 56-7 type, you know.
So what do you think about? Go ahead. I thought you stopped. Go ahead.
Because Mickey, I don't know if he really wants to resign, but if he can embarrass Southern, because you remember last year Southern embarrassed him, and Southern went on to play Jackson State for the championship. So I think it's a little bit of revenge for him, and I don't think he wants coaching at Grambling. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I will see, man. So now go ahead, man.
Nah, I'm inside. But yeah, man, it's gonna be. You know, I was gonna pick Alcorn to whoop Grambling anyway, cause I do that anyway.
I mean, you from Mississippi, you supposed to. I mean,
cause I do that anyway. I'm telling you, man, right now with the, I'm gonna tell you the Jackson State hype with Dion, but now and the Jackson State hype is still there. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna tell you my dream right now with everything around Jackson State right now. My dream is, I want to see back-to-back Soul Bowls. Like I want Alcorn to win the West, Jackson State win the East. We gonna the season finale every year. Then the next week or whatever, we playing for the damn Jackson State getting the whooping for the SWAC championship.
Alcorn can barely beat themselves, man. You want to wait a couple years for that, man.
I say that's what I said. Yeah, because but it's gonna the thing's still gonna be around Jackson State, man. Because Jackson State got Jackson State has a real football program.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but Alcorn is in way worse shape than we thought. I mean, I'm gonna put it like this. I thought they lost to, what was it, Northeastern or Western, whatever, that game that I streamed, that first one, right? I thought that was a bad loss. But the way they lost to Perryview and the way they lost to FAMU just let me know that team is bad off all around. And it just ain't the players' fault. That has some coaching. Alcorn offensive line averages weight is 305. So you got some big dudes there, and you can't get nothing moving. And then all of a sudden, you had a game against Texas Southern, and we back. And I'm like, whatever, bro. Get it.
Hey man, G gonna get you, man, talking about Alcorn like that.
Man, them chilling eating people better go on about their damn business, man. One thing about Alcorn, look, man, I keep telling folks, the first time I went there, that was the biggest pot of chitlins in the world that I've seen. And I said, that cannot all be hog guts. Shit.
Did they fry in?
I got them damn near gag smelling that stuff, man.
Man, they should have dropped some of them chitlins in some hot grease, man. You just don't know.
I'm good.
Man, you drop once you boil them, then you batter them up and use some flour and drop them in the hot grease. Boy, some fried chitlins.
I have no idea, man. I have Ed. Oh man, I didn't even see Ed up in here. What's going on, Ed? What's the T, Ed? Hey,
yeah,
Ed.
Ask Ed who's missing the games. Ask Ed what players
who from Bethune-Cookman is missing the game tomorrow. They Ed might be about 78% correct, but he knows some shit though. I have no idea. I mean, but still, 18 players, man, from Grambling. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now, I'm not saying everybody is a starter that's missing, but you'll find out tomorrow when so and so they were gonna be so and so's out and so and so's out. Look at Willie say, not ask Ed. Willie, Ed is the TMZ reporter of the SWAC. He knows all the hood information. I'm stumped on this one. I ain't gonna lie, I have no idea who's suspended. I can only just go by the numbers. So
Ed don't know. Ed say I'm too country for him talking about fried chitlins. Yeah, I'm from the country, man. Them fried chitlins were pretty good, man.
He said Ed Bethune ain't worth it. I'm telling y'all, if I knew, I would sure put their names out there, because I said, man, because I'm telling you, that was last week, because I was cleaning those blue crabs, and I'm sitting there watching the the SWAC TV really doesn't go on commercials during that halftime, and as they was coming out that tunnel, and they started shoving and pushing each other. The camera wasn't like trying to find like one person or nothing like that, but they had the aerial shot. So it's like they forgot to take it off the stream. So you was actually watching the fight live, and I'm like, damn, they throwing down. I said, boy, everybody, and I think the SWAC commissioner was at that game, if I'm not mistaken. One of the officials from the SWAC was there. Man, if it wasn't the commissioner, it was somebody, one of the officials was there. And I said, what they gonna do is when you have a fight like this, they go by frame, meaning every swing, every push, every punch, every shove, every spit, every kick, it's all amplified. They ain't got nothing else to do. And then, you know, the internet don't make it better because you probably had half of the people in the audience just filming, getting probably better camera angles on the ground. They probably used all that too. So when you have a fight like that, and hey, that's why I say get ready for spring training. And what's the name? And Grambling, thank goodness you got to buy you classic because you're gonna be getting ready for spring training. Alcorn definitely.
What about Valley?
Valley been ready for spring training since week 5. It's been a wrap since over there. Yeah, they've been ready. Pine Bluff, get ready for spring training. My man Coach Sam Shields, get ready for spring training. FAMU, get ready for spring training. You know, they try to make FAMU win the next 2 games so they can say they haven't had a losing season in so long. And I think what was it, last year they broke even. This year they have a possibility of going 6-5. So, and they will brag about them only losing 2 SWAC games and tell you that they wasn't that far off. But yeah, listen, if FAMU keeps that damn softball coach that they got, that referee, they're crazy like that glue. If they keep it. So yeah,
he the baseball. He the baseball umpire, man. He the baseball umpire.
I thought he was the latest softball.
He was the baseball umpire. You know, he's supposed to be in that spring practice with his team the first 2 days. He was calling baseball games, and that's his first love. Well, you need to go be.
He better take his ass. He need to take his ass away from FAMU. If he comes back, if that man comes back, I don't know what's going on at FAM if he comes back, other than they can't find nobody else. I mean, but you know, the FAMU folks I know said if Teddy Bridgewater is not the coach, they don't know who can be the coach. And I'm like, that would be a great hire for y'all, but y'all are so arrogant and stupid, in my opinion, when it comes to y'all thinking y'all so much better. Y'all would turn into villains for no reason again.
You know, Teddy Bridgewater is one of the NFL players that I really don't think would come and think he's better, because I just saw how he treated the high school players down there in Miami, where he's from. Teddy Bridgewater don't seem to be that person. I'm gonna tell you who else, but I don't know if he's interested in coaching, and he's still in the NFL. But Jameis Winston, one of the ones that went to that PWI, but Jameis Winston actually rocked with HBCUs though. Yeah, even though he went to Florida State, he rocked with HBCUs.
Only thing about Winston, in my opinion, I don't know if he's coaching material. The reason why I say this, Winston is way out there when it comes on the field. Winston gonna do what the hell he wants on that field. And remember, that's why they got rid of him off the Saints, because they told him don't score that touchdown. And he scored the touchdown anyway. That's why they traded him from the Saints. They were supposed to take a knee, and the one of the running backs from the Saints had never scored a touchdown, and they put him in the game. You know, Winston changed the damn play and let the man score a touchdown. So I'm just saying, Winston will do anything. I'm not saying he's not a bad. Trust me, I know if we wouldn't even have the Legacy Bowl if it wasn't for Jameis Winston. He put up the first amount of money for the Legacy Bowl. So I mean,
but Jameis Winston, yeah, he a little out there gonna do what you remember. What it was last year before. Jameis Winston, they asked Jameis Winston about the game. Jameis Winston had threw so many interceptions. Jameis Winston said, "You know what, man? I just got to. I got to pray to God about these interceptions, man. I know him, but
he was crap legs.
He said, I know I'm better than this. I know I'm better than this. I got to pray to God He's a interception. God guided me the right way to keep me from being innocent. I'm like, wow, this dude said a prayer to God during the interview. He threw so many interceptions.
Yeah, he's a damn good person. I when he was in over here in New Orleans, he was such one of those. Him and Bridgewater. Bridgewater used to actually ride a bicycle to practice, kind of like Alvin Kamara, AK. A lot of them dudes actually down to earth. Those are the, like I told you, 7 out of 10 are sellouts. Those are the ones that are actually good people. But you just never hear about them unless you live in that city. Like the first time I seen Teddy Bridgewater riding that damn big ass beach cruiser, I said, this can't be real. He threw up the deuces and kept it moving. So,
hey man, Ed say Teddy Bridgewater don't want to go to no damn FAMU.
yeah,
that's what Ed say now. You know Ed know.
I told you about 72% truthfully. I mean, I wonder where my man Crook at. Well, we won't see Crook until back to the SWAC basketball tournament, most likely. And speaking of that, man, the basketball season, it's about time to transition to basketball season. I wonder if they're gonna be what's the name, bullshitting about streaming doing basketball. And so we gonna find out though, man. But man, we gonna get up out of here, man, and get on up. And tomorrow I'm gonna try to stream that game without using the streaming. Set up my laptop and put it on the projector and show it through that way. Like have the StreamYard on, but not streaming through. Damn, that's right. I gotta put it through something. Anyway, I'm gonna try to figure it out, man. We gonna see. So don't quote me that say I'm gonna stream the game and and you looking for me and it's a strike on it or whatever. So we'll figure it out though. But man, thank y'all for watching, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. And I'm about to get on.
Before you get off right quick, man. Ed going in on James Williams. Ed going in on James Williams, man. Oh, Ed.
Man, Ed. Yeah. I don't know what I gotta tell you. I don't know where Ed be getting that information from, man. That dude. I tell you, that dude like TMZ. You know how TMZ is, man. They get that old crazy ass bullshit. You know, they get that weird information that nobody else be getting. That's what Ed be getting, man. Ed, I don't know how you know that stuff, man. But you know, Ed probably probably work with somebody in them damn offices with that shit. Hell, we know. Man, but before we do get up off here though, man, this past week was Veterans Day. And the veterans that I always do Veterans Day. I'm gonna take this thing off. I always tell people about Veterans Day. Veterans Day is not about me. Even though I did serve 20 years and I did have 5 years in the combat zones, served in various countries, but it's still not about me. Veterans Day is about the people that came before me. As you know, African Americans have served in every war, including the American Revolution, for our freedom, for our basic rights, and they was treated horribly after every war until Desert Storm, Desert Shield. So you go back from the American Revolution, you was promised freedom if you fought. End up being tricked. A lot of people that fought in the American Revolution was sent back into enslavement. The American Civil War. What did we really get up out of there? Yes, we came up off the plantations. Nobody freed us. We ended up fighting for our own freedom, freed ourselves. What we got? 4 years of Reconstruction, then 100 years of Jim Crow segregation, and separate but equal. You go to the Spanish-American War. The picture with Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders. If you look at the original picture, it was the black men and women, the Buffalo Soldiers, who saved Teddy from getting his ass kicked at San Juan in Puerto Rico. You go to World War I. Before World War I, the Egyptians were getting handled by the Italians. Black people signed up to go fight in that war. Americans wouldn't let them. World War I came along. The Harlem Hellfighters, one of the most distinguished fighting units of World War I. And if you know anything about the Harlem Hellfighters, they were not allowed to fight for the United States. They was given to the French. So if you ever go to France, you will see a memorial for the Harlem Hellfighters. You go to World War II, over 2.5 million African Americans signed up for the draft. Over 1 million African American soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines actually fought in World War II. You had the 76th 1st Tank Battalion, the only tank battalion in the war that fought 183 days on the front line consecutively. You had African American troops, had the Double V campaign. That's double V means victory abroad and victory at home. When these soldiers came back from World War I and World War II, they were not allowed to wear their uniforms. If in the South, they had to ride in the back of the bus. You had several soldiers were actually lynched in their uniforms, beat in their uniforms over jealousy. But it never stopped their pride and their determination. Then you had the Korean War, where the black men, once again, answered the nation's call in the Korean conflict. You had Vietnam. Same thing with Vietnam and Korea. You had these men coming home to a divided country where segregation still ruled in the Deep South. Then you go to Desert Storm. That was the first war that the United States fought in where there was no segregation in the United States. Say again, Desert Storm was the first war that the United States fought where there was no segregation in the United States. And then, of course, you had Panama and Grenada, and those wasn't wars, those mainly conflicts. But I say all that is to think about the men and women who actually served before me, and actually is the reason why I could actually do 20 years. Because most of these men, these pictures that I'm flashing through now, most of these men did not get the credit that they deserve, the medals that they didn't. You don't know about Alcorn's, and I told y'all this before, about Medgar Evers fighting in Normandy on D-Day, playing football at Alcorn later. A lot of people don't know that stuff. You know, the Tuskegee Airmen, the brothers in Vietnam that was drafted. It's one of those things. So, like I said, it took decades for many to receive the honors that they earned, and which is the sad part about it. What is it? The Bronze Star with Valor with a V device. I actually earned that in 2003. That's the nation's 4th highest medal. And I tell people, it's kind of weird to know that I have a medal that so many people that served before me should have actually had that medal for the heroic efforts that they've done within the battlefield. And I don't know. I'm not going to say that I have guilt or remorse or anything like that, but I know that what I done does not compare to what those men and women also, and I forgot to mention the 6888, the postal unit in World War II. Tyler Perry did make a movie about them, and I do apologize, ladies, because even during the American Revolutionary War, you had Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, and during the U.S. Civil War. So I do apologize for not mentioning the ladies, but I'm going off the top of my head of what I just know without opening up a book. I could probably write down a speech and it'd be a lot better. But I just like to give the people that served before me their props. And yeah, that's my Bronze Star with valor up there on that wall up in there. And I was probably one of the youngest during the invasion to actually earn that Bronze Star with valor. It's not something that they take lightly about giving. But I was, wild, young, crazy man back then. But like I said, I like to pay homage to the folks that actually came before me. And thank goodness, because without the Tuskegee Airmen, without these other men and women, there wouldn't be, my military service wouldn't have been so easy. They fought for their GI Bills that was denied to them, their benefits that was denied to them. They fought, they protested, they marched, they broke Congress, they did everything. So somebody like me who served 20 years could walk into the VA and get a VA disability rating where they had to wait 10, 15, 20, some of them longer than that to get their benefits stored to them. So from the bottom of my heart, if you have an aunt, uncle, grandfather, great-grandfather, or whoever fought in any war, especially the men and women that fought in the segregated Army units, because our Army and Navy, Air Force, and Marine was not integrated until 1946. So you fought in World War I and II, Spanish-American War, American Revolution, Civil War. You all fought in segregated troops. So if you have an ancestor or somebody that's living it alive, that's alive, and they fought in those wars, tell them that you have a friend. And he said from the bottom of his heart, thank that man or that woman in your family, because we all have somebody who actually fought in those wars and within our family. So thank y'all so much for joining, man. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. We up out of here, man. And thanks, Bakari, for joining in, man, as always, brother. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you for letting me speak.
All right, brother. You be easy, man. We up out of here, folks. Y'all have a good night. Good night, y'all. And I see that Hale Wildcat, man, cut it out, man. Bethune-Cookman with their best team couldn't beat Jackson State tomorrow. That's going to be a brother laugh, brother.